For many, hunting stories don't have much appeal. After all, animals seem to be in an unequal position against weapons of man. However, the case you're about to learn about reverses the roles and makes this animal not only a great predator of a small Zambian village, but also a demonic creature whose evil was unnatural. Its story has traveled through several African countries, and today we present it to you, so that you can witness for yourself that nature can rebel when we least expect it, and that no one is safe from its fury. If you're ready to get lost in the plains of this country and meet the chilling demon lion of Africa, then join us and get ready to discover the impossible. The chilling demon lion of Africa. Zambia is one of those places that very few people have discovered, but it hides great corners, especially in its villages, which still represent the most typical life of the native communities of ancient times and keep alive the most amazing traditions and ancestral rites of the region. However, in this vast place, there's a small town surrounded by a valley and located a short distance from the Luanga River, on the east side of the country. Its name is Mfuwe, and it has rarely been in the news despite the fact that its plains, forests, and jungles attract hundreds of hunters every year. You'll see an abundance of wildlife to explore in this place. However, in recent years, Mfuwe has begun to gain notoriety, especially after numerous tourists encountered the animal death, a strange creature that has broken the spirit of most veteran hunters and has claimed the lives of a good number of them. It's known by the nickname of the demon lion in Mfuwe, although others prefer to call it the beast of death. The creature was discovered in 1991, and since then, it seems to have developed an aversion to any manifestation of human life. Apparently, this lion was under constant persecution by hunters in the area. However, it managed to elude them for several years and gained a lot of weight and muscle in that period, at least enough to become a danger to the local population. In July 9, 1991, the community began to cross the path of this powerful beast. The first encounter was experienced by a couple of fishermen returning home along the dirt roads when they saw a shadow as long and thick as a building emerging from the undergrowth. The shadow belonged to a creature that was very similar to a lion, although it's difficult to know what it was since it was more than 3 meters long, weighed more than 500 kilograms, and offered such a frightening image that it left the man completely paralyzed. The feline hovered around them for an instant, completely disinterested, and continued its way into the forest. When the fishermen arrived at the village to report what had happened, they learned that the creature had attacked a house minutes earlier, leaving the body of a woman and her child almost completely devoured. This was only the beginning of a long chain of dark events where victims were caught in broad daylight or under the rays of the moon. The demon lion attacked without protocols or routines. It moved swiftly despite its weight, burst into people's life, and left rooms, yards, and fields full of blood. Many times, the attacks seemed to be done with a frightening viciousness. The lion would tear apart the faces of its victims, crush their legs as they suffered, or simply devour their entrails before finally killing its prey. Of course, these unnatural attitudes aroused the suspicion of many locals. That animal was not a product of nature, but of the kingdom of darkness. It was the reincarnation of some demon and had to be put down. For several months, the villagers devised all kinds of traps and obstacles to deal with the threats of its beast, but none of them proved to be efficient. The lion not only showed inviolable cunning but managed to elude even the watchmen, who couldn't prevent this bloody beast from continuing to slaughter women and children. One of the most chilling massacres of this beast occurred in a village called Jaslin. The lion managed to corner a group of children playing on the plains. The forest rangers arrived only to find the crowds devouring the remains of 7 children. That fact disturbed the whole community, but what happened soon after convinced them that the creature was a messenger from hell. A group of people discovered that the lion always carried a small sack of clothes. No one could explain how this was possible or where he got it from, but every time he killed its victims and returned home, he was seen carrying the sack. Many came to believe that he only left it behind when it was time to murder or hunt. And this created the legend that this monstrous beast was, in reality, a real demon who came to the homes of those who deserved to be punished for their vile acts. Their belief was so deeply rooted in this village that most of the murders weren't even reported to the authorities. The man began to consult local shamans and tried to seek answers in the world of shadows and the supernatural, but no plea was heard. The demon lion continued to attack the village relentlessly, annihilating its victims and leaving trails of blood that many now consider a punishment perpetrated by evil spirits. Of course, numerous hunters tried to track down this beast, but it was impossible to locate its home. In some paranormal way, the demon lion appeared and disappeared at will, as if it were a specter or a demon. Even today, although the attacks seem to be on the decline, the demon lion continues to prowl around this Zambian village, and those who cross its path rarely manage to survive. No one knows if one day this beast will disappear for good, or if it is a specter that haunts the village to punish the vile beings. No matter what the truth is, one thing is certain: the devil lion is real, very real. As real as some of the most chilling creatures that have been recorded in Zambia's neighboring countries, and this is far from being the first place where unexplained creatures or terrifying monsters have appeared to surprise the local people. If you dare to join us on another adventure, you too can get to know them and discover that the world is full of dangers and horrors. Are you ready? Then check out these videos.